It's been a week. This week, before we get started, I am going to let a couple people join. And guys, we really appreciate everyone this past couple of weeks. This past week and last week, because we've been testing the new software on all the platforms at the same time, where we were sharing our screen. So for that, if anyone had the opportunity to actually catch us on that drop, did you like it? What needs to be improved on there? So we like to know, because we really want to, especially with AI and designs, unless you're taking one of the courses, to start sharing screen share, especially with AI, because it's a more, you learn more when you see more. That's as far as the thing. But tonight, we are going to talk about a topic, and I got some notes, so drop your questions if you have, because this is one thing, like how to stand out when everyone is selling the same party decor or the same thing. And I know that may be a frustration. So how can you stand out and still make money or get your own voice? And a lot of times when people first start to get into this business,
Someone said on Instagram they can't hear.
they can't.
Can anyone else on Instagram hear or on YouTube?
um yeah. So can somebody put a heart? Make sure the volume is up on the side of the phone. So someone, if on YouTube, if someone can do a heart.
I mean, I got green lights here, so.
That's, can you see on the side is the volume. Can someone put a heart if you can hear me or not hear me?
I can hear.
Okay, thank you guys. Okay. So anyway, so one of the things that we really going to talk about tonight, so drop all your questions on there. Hopefully everyone first can hear. It's like how to stand out when everyone is selling far the same thing. So this is one of the things that I get, especially for people that are just starting or have been in the business and haven't had a lot of sales. And they're like, well, everybody's selling the same thing. Or what do I sell? How do I stand out? And it's something that if you don't know how to separate yourself.
Okay, I got responses from YouTube and Instagram. They can hear. So whoever said that, they might want to check their device, make sure their volume was up.
And separate yourself. So if you don't know how to separate yourself, you will be stuck. And if you stay stuck, you won't have any sales. So I'm going to go over some key things that you really need to focus on to separate yourself, even though everyone's selling, for sometimes selling the same thing, because at the end of the day, it's what the market is demanding. So for example, if the market is demanding chip bags, and you're going to sell chip bags, but what can you do to make your chip bags any different? Now, this is one of the products that I'm sort of concerned with down the road, because a lot of people, this is a DIY thing. This is why, to me, I mean, and I know it's some people, customers, that said, you know what, I don't care if it's a DIY, I'm going to pay for it, and I don't want to do it. And that is great. That's fine. There is a customer out there for it. You don't see, unless a customer asks for it, I don't advertise it. In my mind, this is like, you can do it yourself. But a lot of people, there are people out there that says, look, I'm not talented and I could care less. So how to make if you're selling chip bags or something, how you can make a chip bag different. And there's several ways. We'll talk about that. So taking something that looked like this and create that. Or like with sublimation, everyone gets caught into sublimation. Okay, now phone cases and stuff, how to make it far as my own. So that is one of the key problems, because we are in business to make money on here. So I want a question. Drop in the chat what you sell the most, if you are a seller, or what you see. I want to see if there's any repeats on there, because there's nothing wrong with like selling like what's in demand, but how is it different? So we're going to be crafting and chatting. So tonight, while I'm waiting for some responses on that, I am making a milk box party favor. Everyone's seen milk box party favors. If you haven't, I'm doing a baby shower theme. So everyone. So how am I making this different than anybody else's? Because there's a lot of people that make these. Whatever the theme is, that's what they're doing. So one thing where I'm standing out, of course, guys, you know I've been utilizing AI, is going to be my cardstock. Quality of materials. I'm using Canon matte paper. I printed my own cardstock. So this is different. So I would customize this order for the customer, or have that particular line, not customized, where if anything, I'm changing the name.
Tasha Smith on YouTube said party favors, chips, etc., coloring books.
Coloring books. You see a lot of people and everything. So everyone. So a lot of times the customer may just be going with who's the cheapest, because everybody looks alike. Okay, my theme is Toy Story. So who is the cheapest? They don't care. They don't care. So and they'll shop around. So how can you make it different? Some people may not even care as in the cardstock. They're looking at price. And that's the one, that's a customer that you really shouldn't. That one with price, you will lose on satisfaction all day, every day. So that's one thing that I would never tell people to do. Focus on that customer with price. So when you're standing out, so for chip bags and things like that, I would come up with more or less the design. And also the customer service. Just standing out that. Don't focus on what everyone else is doing. Especially with the AI, this lets you be a little bit more unique, different. What type of materials you are using. So
over on Instagram, qualities_creations, shot glasses and t-shirts.
Shot glasses and t-shirts. I see a lot of those. And then making that different. So how do you make that different? You create. Say if that's all you learned that. Branch off into other items. So shot glasses, t-shirts. And that was one of the things, like when I started Etsy and you look, like party favors is so many, especially when I think of that. It's some people that stay in the lane of like just wedding stuff or bachelorette stuff. So just think of that. And they stick with that lane and they don't go anywhere else. And they are very, very successful, 6-figure plus product making businesses. So you can do that. So if you're doing shot glass and t-shirts, so the whole kit, I'm just going to make up something. I'm going to say a bachelorette. I'm going to put everything in the kit to branch my items different. So I got my t-shirt, I got my shot glasses, maybe I do a canteen, maybe some sunglasses. I mean, you add something else into it to make it unique, because what you want is you want that customer to stay with you, and that's where you make you different. And then also, if how you promote it, are you selling as far as the story? Hey, you know what? You and your girls get ready to go to your bachelorette party, Jamaica, whatever. This is all your stuff you're going to need. Journals, different things here. Hangover things. I mean, I could go on and on and on of what you can include in it. So then you create that experience. You even selling that experience when you are showing your items. So that's what makes you different from people that are selling similar items, and it's your spin on it. So those are some of the things that I would do.
Someone does sublimation tumblers.
Sublimation tumblers. Yes, everyone. You see the sublimation? And guys, I'm looking around because I got to get a ruler because something's not right. Need my scoring. You see my scoreboard over there, behind there? Yes, everyone, you saw the sublimation tumblers, and that's what made everybody go get a sublimation machine. Now what's hot is DTF. And we all see DTF, and we all want a DTF printer. So we saw that. Thank you. So now everybody and their mama has that. So what makes your sublimation different? It could be in the design. Also learning your craft. Because some sublimation, I mean, it's gorgeous. Just learning your craft. Learning like what to do instantly. Like, okay, like here, I noticed one of the score lines wasn't showing up. And I know I needed a scoreboard so I could continue. So learning your craft. So if you're doing the sublimation, stand out. Some people just deal with sports. Just as long as we don't, get sued. I think now some are lenient on here. Sports, different things. I mean, football season is approaching us. And that's what we do. And gloss, how you make it. I mean, some of the tumblers are absolutely fabulous. I mean, it's some people, and that's all they do. That's the lane that they are in, and that is where they stay. Now, guys, for my milk, I like to pre-put stuff together. Look at that. So now we're being different, because I know they can't find this on Amazon, and that's one of the things here. So that's how you are different, because the demand is there. People like customization. Say you work with nurses, or you niche and you find a niche. Hey, I just make tumblers just for nurses. And people are like, well, is that just, am I going to not have any customers? No. This is so many nurses. It's just like when we got into business, most of our business, and it just happened that way, was baby showers. And we were fine and doing 6 figures on, that's just fine. And of course we could do other stuff, but it's people are having babies every day of the year. So it wasn't tied to like you try. I didn't try to do, oh, let me do everything. Now, if that business came, yes, of course I could do it. Did I even want to branch out? I mean, I'm the only one that, other than the t-shirts, Michael does those, but I'm the only one that was doing the paper crafting. So no, I didn't have anybody else to do that.
Question on Instagram: what printer are you using to print?
This is the Epson 8550 Echo Tank. So for me, when we started,
Inez asked, did you make the template for that you're making?
Yes, Inez, you are Instagram subscriber. You should have this in the stories. If not, I'll repost these milk carton ones. You guys get this template free. So, and then you can also resize this too as well if you want to make it bigger, but this is perfect for anything. So on here, so when we first started, and I always tell people I wasn't on social media, and it's a good and a bad thing. I didn't go to social media like, oh, if a customer asked for something. So when I wanted to open the Etsy shop, I just started because before I had my own shop and I knew I didn't want to do Shopify instantly, I said, let me do Etsy because it was still working. I just went with what my customer were in-person sales were. Now, it wasn't something that, oh, I love it and I'm going to post it. No, it wasn't that type of thing, because if you do that type of business, the likelihood you could fail. So it was proven people wanted it, and it happened to be starting with centerpieces. But also one of the things that I did notice during my research on it where it make me stand apart is most people made smaller centerpieces. And then I'm like, well, let me make stuff bigger. And I get this question when people see that, oh, do you mail this? Do you ship this? We ship stuff this size and even larger. And people will pay for it. So you got to be not scared. So if you're branching off, so say for party favors, when, people always talking about a kit or a bundle, branch off to the whole thing. So, oh, okay, I have the centerpiece, I have the napkin rings, or say I got the coloring books, I got the whole tablescape. from the plates to everything. Boom, 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 boom. That's how you make yourself and stand out. And you are the brand. People are buying you. Because this is just a milk box. How you design it, that's it. It depends on what's your style, aesthetics. I know I like sometimes hip hop stuff, but then I'm really into lace. A lot of old stuff, ribbons and bows. I like salsa. So then that customer. And that's it. And that's what I do. So, hold on.
Yeah, Tasha on YouTube says, yes, I was trying to stay with a couple core items, but then I feel like I'm limiting myself if I'm not able to do other stuff, and then trying to do all favors becomes overwhelming.
Yeah, Tasha, you try to do everything. What do they say? You master nothing.
Jack of all trades.
Jack of all trades, master none. And it's hard because, especially if you like things, it's almost like, oh, I like that new dress or something, and like the different things come out and you just want to go out and buy it. And I'm like, no. Like this whole basement, I mean, with all the credit, this took years and years. And I say this to people, and it is nothing of deterring anybody from anything. I just know from experience that, and I like to close mine because I'm going to design this. I just know from experience, just focus on one thing, and your customers, they'll be there. They'll be there. When I'm doing my milk boxes on here, depending on, I even can make bows, or I get the pre-made bows. So this is also stuff of how you're making it different. So you're taking it more, and then you can even ask more. So I'm even going to show you this. So, and this design is old. I created this. I think this is in 2021. I created this pattern, and you may have seen different stuff. So this was before even. No, this is older than 21. Because I have it. I don't even know. Whatever. It doesn't matter. So making yourself different. Layers. And the reason why I'm bringing out the years to stand out. So everyone, I think I got this off Creative Fabric or whatever. This image. So if everybody's using this, whether t-shirts, party, how can I make mine different? Well, one, I'll do a layering. But then I'm going to give a dimensional, and you see here with the hot air balloon, for this part, I cut this off. And you'll see that with the image of the teddy bear. I'm always into every little detail. Now, people say, is that too much? It depends on. I mean, it's a personal far as choice. But for me, it's what's sold. And at the end of the day, I don't care who you are, what you are. My bills in Maryland, we have for our gas, for our electric and lights, we have BG&E. They never asked me who was your customer. And I mean, they just wanted to know, did you have money to pay these light bills? And that's it. And that's what I go on. I don't try to fit a niche. And I'm just crafting and just coming up with a design, but just making it different. And certain things are just timeless. Just timeless. Like I sit and say, one of the simplest things, and we just gotta orders this week. People still love those simple centerpiece boxes than them. And then you're just using the right products. And knowing, like here, just where you're placing stuff. And taking your time. So, from here, some people would stop. No, I'm not. I'm thinking of the whole thing. Now, because I did this. So yeah, I wouldn't focus on trying to do everything. And one of the reasons why, like with the centerpieces and this size, where you branch off into other things. Okay, so I'm doing the chip bags. Well, hey, I can make a centerpiece and I can make them bigger. Is because most people really don't learn about either shipping or look at other things that people want. Just think about it. You have to think about you are solving a problem. And that is one of the things that I know I obsess about. Like, how can I help? How can I solve a problem? Like right now, how can I help? I'm not saying just women, people, men, as far as have a business. One, definitely if it's an at-home business, you can operate a multi-million from your home and have a business. And if you're a crafter or a creator, how can I help? How can I help them? What problems are you having? SVGs and stuff creating, and then party decor, because I still like, what type of party decor can I make that's just I'm not gonna say over the top. I don't like just what everybody has. I've been doing it for a while, and it's almost like, hey, I just get bored. That's why, like with stuff, I'd rather teach you and give you the template and you do it. But I still like it. It's still something people use.
Tasha, back on YouTube said, that's another thing. I feel like others can charge more based on location. I see on Instagram people getting $4,000. Oh, let me see, $4,000 orders where I stay. They complain about $300, which is frustrating. Materials are not cheap.
No, materials are not cheap. And I should have. Let me take this off.
I know said on. That's why I follow you, Professor.
Well, I thank you, Inez. But it's not location. I don't know. See, the person on YouTube, I mean, if you sell online, it shouldn't matter. Now, if you're selling directly, and people will buy what they want. People will buy what they want. People will buy what they want. That's one of the things I'm going to say. People will buy what they want. That's just like anything. I've seen some people I'm going to use hair extensions, and they paid $8,000. I'm not paying $8,000, for my hair. I don't know, unless it's the hair growing out the scalp and continue. But people will pay for what they want.
Well, to Tasha's point, that the $8,000 person you're talking about, imagine how many people that don't take that deal. So she's frustrated when people complain about a $300 order, but the $4,000 orders that she sees people getting, there's a lot of people
it's not a lot of no's.
There's a lot of no's to that too.
Yeah, no's till you get to that. So things that, and that's why you never look at anybody else's journey, because that could have been the only sale that person had for the whole year. Because like with me, I've turned down people, my prices, and half of them. I done got rid of over 80% of my Etsy list because I don't want to do them anymore. And it's not, I'm branching out into other things. So how to make it like different. So if you're on, a 3D. So guys, if you can see this teddy bear, he's popping out. Okay, I'm charging you more, buddy, for that. That is cute. I'm making it different. It's just not a plain. I'm creating that story. So for that customer, they're going to get the milk boxes. They're even going to probably get the chip bags. She's going to be in ooh la 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 love. And that's it. Creating that story. Gotta get it. And then you stand firm on your price. Now, you can just keep this like here. But because I'm Leslie, and this is me. Now, this person, it may not, be that. Now, this is over the top. I should have did this before, but I'm going to see. I'm not feeling this. I wanted to see this. I had some No, we're gonna leave that alone. I don't care about that. I usually use something else. So then you tie it. Let's see. These are too big. And this is just making, ooh. Okay. I was about to get really sad. If these things would have fell out, I would have been really upset. Or here. So yeah, just making like this stuff here, just making it different, making your stuff stand out, spend a little bit more time in it. And that person, they say you see people getting 4,000 order. I mean, it's people out there. And we have looked, and I mean, I don't look at people address. Michael does all the shipping, but it is really crazy. It depends on some of the houses, especially like on Florida. It's a lot of houses on the water, but some of the orders we've had, and we would look at the house like it's this massive, like be like 15,000 square foot house or 8,000 square foot house, and they order this thing. They like just think of this, and then somebody else orders 50 of this. So it doesn't matter. Your customer comes in all everything. So if don't change your price because materials and stuff, because you're just going to have to find your customer. Your customer will find you, especially with social media and everything. They will find you.
Yeah, if you create a $4,000 product, there's somebody that's going to buy it.
So they will find you. And I should clean out my nozzle thing. It won't. This glue here, but this is my favorite, Gem Tat. I need to get some more. But this is one of the things I like to do. It's a little extra. I get these little crystals. I get these like when I go up to New York and stuff. And people say, well, that's a lot. So then when they want to spend $4,000, this is what I got. So I can't wait to show you this new video. And y'all think of people, somebody with 4,000 is a lot. This. And
Inez say after she gave you the honorary PhD, she said you need to give us a class trip to New York to show us where you get all your gems.
Inez, I was thinking that, and then I could meet up with some of my New York crafters. Yes. Over here. Yeah. I saw Kim was out in LA from Easy Breezy, and I knew exactly where she was with all the vendors in California. Like fabric, everything. Well, maybe Inez, I don't know. Do people do bus trips and stuff like that? Or just meet? I know it's time. And especially for the trim. I do that.
Fine said, would love to meet you.
Oh,
Inez said, yes, they do. I guess to the question of, do they do bus trips?
They do. I know that was back in the day. Maybe or not. And guys, these are little things, and this may be extra, but if you can even see this, and once this dries, this pops this out. And if you want that top event party planner stuff, and this is where, because I like the design and I could lay it down. Like, I really want to get back to really what I love. I love teaching. I didn't think I would. And I definitely do. And I wouldn't add any more to this. Stuff in his bow. And look, because I put a little one in his bow. And this pops, just this little detail. And we are moving into, like, they're paying me. It didn't take me that long, but I knew what materials. I keep my costs low. These things here. I know what glue's going to last. It's not going to fall off. I've been using this wax stick forever and a day. And I didn't know. Then here, other than what they're going to put in, I don't want this. I keep everything matching, so these are gold. I'm going to use a smaller one.
So Inez asked, how much would you charge for something like that, what you just made right there?
Inez, this might be 96 for 6. And you making me offhand tell because I haven't, but I would still put like a trim because it's bothering me, and I had one when I did.
So you're saying you wouldn't make just one of those?
Oh, absolutely not. No. These are sold in sets of 6 or 12.
So there would be a minimum quantity for something like that?
Yes, absolutely, yes. No. No. I mean, you got to think about this here. With everything here, we're now moving into the whole thing here. Now, I think, did I get this? And see, I know since I haven't priced with a gem on here, and I'm going by old prices in my head, not what is current cost. I'm just throwing out.
So 6 for 96 would be 16 per unit.
No, it's going to be more than that, like 20. So I could probably, since this one is off of an 8.5 by 11, 1, 2. So out of each sheet, and that's how I look at stuff, like how much stuff costs. I'm looking at the cost. I can get 2 out of this. So my costs on here. I printed this. I didn't have to buy it, but I still got charged for my ink and my electricity. This one of these, just on the images, took 1 sheet from that. I mean, these gems are, yeah, depending on. And then my bows. And I don't have the ribbon. I will put some of the ribbon. The more detailed as far as you are. But we're selling other stuff too as well. So that would be into it. But this is how now we done made this is different. So my milk box and your milk box is totally different. And if I had like the child's name, I would probably have the tag or the family name, whatever. The tag, I mean, and I still got stuff to do. So it can be done in many ways. And I would sell these, they would still have to fill them up. I'm not filling them up. That's a totally different cost. I mean, just imagine if you filled this up with stuff, just Jelly Bean. I mean, this would be very expensive. Let the customer fill them up. And that's how.
So you would take that from like a $20 per piece to like a $25 or $30 per piece?
Well, no, not that much. But I would have to sit and wait. I'll have to sit and write that up. But I'm just going to sit and say I just threw out $96. Don't hold me to it. But it would have more intricate detail. But then again, they got Swarovski crystals. They got the teddy bear. This is something where even after the item is gone, whatever they would put in there, some people, I mean, you can keep it if you want. I mean, it's good quality stuff. But people are paying for a thing. And you guys have seen, I know you guys have seen all these Instagram events, showers, birthday parties. These people are spending astronomical money. They're spending $30,000, $60,000 for events. So if you're sitting up there like $96 for, that's nothing. Nothing at all. That's nothing at all.
But you're gonna have a minimum quantity because you're not gonna take a project like that just to do one little box. So
No,
box.
you're not. I would never do that unless you're using it for yourself for practice and stuff. So yeah. But that's how you make yourself different and stand out, because you are your own brand. If I focused on the part, for me, the Party Crafter, we started off Leslie Party Supply and different stuff. I can't worry about what other people are doing.
Tasha back on YouTube asked, "Do you sell the template?"
Yes, I do sell a template. Go to thepartycrafter.com under digital downloads, so you can get there. So yes, on here. But this one is just, I like this. This is timeless. The milk box is only so many party favorites, and you just make it just different. So it wouldn't matter what the theme is. I can do as far as that. I mean, and whoever someone's saying like tumblers and sublimation, just thinking as far as like kits and making your different. Like, so if you're supplementing like kits or something, so only reason I'm going to throw in like the DMV crafting crew, we gave away swag bags. So maybe like with your sublimation to extend your products, extend it with other things, like create a swag bag. There's so many people from churches and stuff doing events. So whether you're doing the bag, you're doing supplementing pins, supplementing a journal, where like they could pick what they want. So branch out from the tumblers and stuff as well too, or they can get the tumbler, the individual and stuff, because tumblers are expensive too as well. And that is one of the things. And don't be afraid of showing your work and product and doing stuff and working on your own. I mean, there are many companies, Gail from One Trend Marketing, she's in South Africa. If you guys have seen her, she's been on the Party Crafter Live. She does a lot of gift baskets and stuff. And that's all she does is corporate client work. And she has a lot. I mean, she's international. So that's all she does. So their clients do not get pigeonholed. I don't just like to say like locally. If I had to depend, we live in Baltimore County here. If I had to depend on my customers for this Baltimore, I would be in trouble. And that's even with family and stuff. I would be in trouble. I wouldn't be in this business. I didn't get it, and I don't look for it. I mean, if I can help a family and do something, I will have no problem. Love celebrating their life events with them, but I don't include that, and that's how my business, nor locally. That's why online business is so tremendous. I'm older. I know what it was to market in the 90s, and you would not have the reach that you have right now. And you got the tools. And I'm going to say it over and over. There's none. That's just you. As far as confidence, how you look, you don't need to be a model. Just be yourself. People want real. I can't come on here and wear makeup and everything and then make this. I am a crafter that still sells. We have orders that we have to fulfill. I'm from the old school. It's like having a hairnet or something in the kitchen and you got hair. And that's just me. My family, don't nobody take this any type of way. This is how I was raised. I can't apologize for that, because I am who I am and I be who I be. We don't have pets in the kitchen. Some people, that's fine. I know they're your friends. But crafting, I can't have makeup because Leslie touches stuff. So I would have makeup. The customer don't want to see this. Oh, I didn't pay all this and she got makeup touching all of this. This is not going to work. I don't have time for that. We're not. That's where I'm at in my lifestyle. And once you're comfortable with that, that's it. Because people are buying this. That's buying that, because I'm selling beyond service and teaching too. But yes, I do. I like this, and I would do a couple of these. Because it's almost like your first love. And this is cute. Let it dry overnight. Not make it the same day and package it out. Package out really good and let the customer see the presentation. We sew and we fall in love with our eyes. It's like soon as they open, what do they see? Think about that with your customer from the beginning to the end to everything. So that's what makes you stand apart. And that's what helps. That's what helps us in knowing your product. Any other questions? Because that's how you stand apart, even with the same thing. Make it unique, make it different, make it yours, and you stand into it. On here. And guys, don't forget, we have the SVG, making SVGs with AI course on October the 18th. That's only going to be about making SVGs utilizing AI. So we're starting with that. So grab that course if you can. It's totally different.
Inez says, when are we going to get the template for that milk cart container?
Well, Inez, that means I'm going to have to put it back in stories because subscription service, it's probably down in like 2023 or 2022 stories. The stories never go away. Now, guys, everybody wondering what Inez is talking about getting a template. That's one of the perks of being an Instagram exclusive subscriber. I do give out templates. Actually, for the cost of most of the templates is worth the subscription because you get the templates or PNGs and things like that, and you get some conversation far as with me. Inez, I will drop this. Give me until tomorrow. I will drop it so it can be in the forefront so everyone have. I'm also going to drop the
But if she wanted to scroll back, it's somewhere.
That's way too much on that one. That might be too much. I'll make it easier on that one, Inez. So I just drop it in here and you guys can have it. And I also will drop, because you guys will see the Wicked theme, the Dome Cup party favorite, which you guys would get to, especially since some of you celebrate Halloween and may want to utilize that too.
Crafted and Grace said, yes, it is worth it.
Yeah,
The Instagram subscription.
so that is some as far as the perks I owe them, as far as a bunch of stuff on here. But that's it. That's how I make different, guys. It's no reason to business. Don't worry about what you see. All these people out here, like, you cannot service everybody. It's so we were looking at a friend of mine. We were thinking of statistics today, like how many people are in the population of the United States. This, that. It's a lot of us. That one person you may see, they can't service everybody. Do not worry about what another person has. Do not worry about what another person does. If you focus on that, you cannot get your stuff done. Period. You can't. You cannot get your own stuff done. There's no reason in this environment now. Most of us need another job, especially if you have retired or something like that, some other streams of income, or if you want to, just go ahead and do it. It's customers out there. So that's all I got to say on that, guys. Can't wait to see you. We will see you live on Sunday at 3 p.m. Talk to you guys later.